Well, Judd, a little flutter of adrenaline towards the end. I know you weren't entirely happy with your performance, but it would have been a heck of a way to finish with another 147.
Yeah, it got a bit of excitement towards the end. That was about all the excitement in the game. Really, it wasn't a particularly great game. We both struggled a little bit, and it was just sort of to and fro until the end of the frames. I just managed to get over the line, make a few good long pots, a few good safeties, get control of the game, and yeah, just put that one behind me and look forward to the rest of the event. Really.
Bearing in mind how dominant you've been over the last couple of years, it kind of feels like you're due a big run in the UK Champs. Won it, of course, in great style against Mark Allen when we first went back to York in 11, and you played an epic final in 14, but we haven't seen you beyond the last 16 since then. So quite surprising, really, that it's one of the big ones, and you're due a deep run.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep playing every single year, sooner or later you're going to have a good run. Hopefully this is my year. The last 3 years have kind of been my own fault. Winning the event before is tough to carry on that form, and playing it every day for a couple of weeks takes its toll, and sooner or later you play a bad game. Hopefully today I played badly and I got through, which is always a good thing, to still be battling away and have that chance to improve, where sometimes maybe if I played like that against one of the top players, I could be on the way home now. So just need to go back, take it easy, have a little practice, and then come back hungry again.
Were you surprised at how things turned out for other players over the weekend? Because we got all of the world's top 16 through the first round, and then we had some major casualties over the weekend. Defending champion Ding out, Ronnie O'Sullivan, reigning world champion, out. I think we lost 6 or 7 in the second round. Were you surprised, or should we expect that now because the general standard beneath that is getting better?
Yeah, no, I wasn't surprised. I'm not surprised when anyone loses nowadays. I mean, there's a few players at the bottom that aren't too great, but when you get past sort of the amateurs and a few of the lower ranked players, when you get into that second round, everyone can play to a very high standard. So it didn't really surprise me, especially with the seedings, the top players playing the very bottom players, and it could still be more, and yeah, everyone can play to a high standard. And I think with the tournament being still behind closed doors, I think is a great chance for anyone lower in the rankings to maybe get their hands on the UK title, whereas normally they probably find it a little bit more difficult in front of the big crowds and the cameras and everything. Is a great sort of chance for them to come through and nick this title.
Hopefully we're going to get crowds back soon. At this stage, touch wood, it looks like we'll have a crowd for Ali Pali if things go well. But have you guys, from your perspective, you've won titles behind closed doors this season. Have you got to a stage where you've almost stopped noticing that there's no crowd, because it has been the case since June the 1st when the Championship League came back? Or are you still aware of it in the back of your mind?
No, I don't notice now. And to be honest, I still get the same feeling when I walk in for my game. I still get the butterflies, the nerves for some of the games, especially the big ones. So it's all still there. I'm still out there. I want to play my best. Still feels like the UK Championship to me. With everyone around you, introducing the commentary team around the venue and stuff like that. So everything still feels the same. It's just maybe that introduction when you hear the crowd, and maybe on like a special break like that on the 147 attempt, you'd hear them sort of roaring as the balls are going in. But other than that, I've just sort of learnt to try and just get on with the game, and hopefully I can take that into when the crowds do come back, just trying to keep my focus and ignore everything around me.
Just finally on the crowd, Mark Selby made an interesting point, almost jokingly to me a few weeks ago. He said, I wonder whether we've got so used to having no crowd, I wonder whether it will take us a tournament or two to bed in again to hearing the coughs and the chairs moving and people shuffling around. Do you think it'll take 1 or 2 tournaments, or will it click back in straight away?
I think that, yeah, noise-wise maybe. I think especially with the phones going off, not having that going for 6 months or whatever it is. No phone going off, nothing to put you off, no excuses, anything like that. No one moving, coughing on your shot. I think in that aspect, yeah, I think it could be tough. I think few of the players, maybe even myself, you might get a little bit frustrated if it happens at a crucial time after being so used to it and then not having it for so long. If a phone goes off at an important time in a deciding frame, it's really going to annoy you after not having it for so long. So, I mean, yeah, it could take players a little while to get back used to it, but hopefully everyone nowadays can said 6 months to think about turning their phone off.
Cheers, Judd. See you in the next round.